Hi, I'm Mindy from Becker Farms, and I'm here to show you how to use the old school cash registers. They're just like a big calculator, so there's nothing to be afraid of when using them. The first thing we just need to go over is the procedure for handling the cash drawers, the change boxes, and the devices. You will have this listed in one of the folders that should be underneath your cash register. So step one, before your area is scheduled to open, a designated person from each department, whoever's working with you or you if you're by yourself on the cash register, needs to come to the office building and pick up your cash drawer, your change box, and your credit card device if needed. This is located in the office building in the first door to the left. Step two is you must sign out the drawer, the change box, and the credit card device. There will be a sign out sheet where you write your name, that you've taken it, what number you've taken, and then at the end of the day, you are responsible for bringing that back and signing it back in. Step three, before you leave the office, you should count your drawer. Most of them should be at $100 starting cash. Count your change box. Those are normally $300 of change, but there is a little slip of paper in there that will tell you how much it should be. Count that at the beginning of the day before you leave. I am here today to show you how to use the registers and how to cash them out. Okay, these cash registers are really very easy to use. They have a lot of buttons, but it really just works like a giant calculator. You start by saying the amount of the item that they're purchasing, and each register station will have different items that they're selling. This one happens to be the Apple Barn. So we'll pretend they're buying 2 bags of apples. So 2 at, or 4, then the price at $5, and then it's you pick apples, okay? Now let's also say they're going to buy 2 pumpkins. So then you would go 2 at $3 pumpkins. And then you continue, repeat this as whatever items they would wish to purchase. Each time you must hit the department key to show what they're buying. Once you've got everything rung up, you hit the subtotal key and you say, $16 please, or whatever it happens to be. After the subtotal key is pressed, then you can hit the amount tendered. So after that's pressed, then you enter in what they give you. So for a $16 sale, they may give you a $20 bill. So you can put $20 in. Then you hit the cash total or amount tendered key, this big key here, and it will tell you the change to give them back. So you know that you need to give them $4. The drawer comes open. You rip off the receipt, give them their change, and hand it back to them with the receipt. Many people don't want the receipt, but you should give it to them anyways. Don't ask them, just hand it back. Then if something ever goes wrong, they can't come back and say, she didn't give me a receipt. So it has to go with the change. Now, I know that there'll be times when you make a mistake, and I'll show you a few quick things to do if a mistake is made. So if you are ringing up, remember we said 1 times $5 apple bag, 3 times $3 pumpkins. This is just an example. You go to the subtotal and they say, no, I don't want that. That's not right. Before you hit this cash total key, you do have an escape. The escape button is right here. Hit it twice. The receipt will come out with a 0. That means it was not entered into the memory. Take this and keep it in the drawer. Okay, now say you've done the sale, you did 2 $5 bags and 3 $3 pumpkins, and they say, and then you hit the drawer, it's already cashed out, but it's wrong. They say, no, that's wrong, or you made a mistake. Don't panic. Take this receipt, write void on the back, put it under your cash drawer, and save it for later. We can fix it later. There's no reason to get flustered or to slow the line down. Just start over. We can save it at the end. Okay, so at the end of the day, we need to cash the register out. First thing you want to do is get out your cash out sheet that is in your folder that should be underneath your cash register, and count the money. Well, first of all, put the date, the name of the cashier, your name that's cashing out, and what register this is. If you're at the pumpkin barn, in the apple barn, whatever your register says, you need to put that there first. Then you count the money. Open the drawer, and right here, pennies. So you want to count however many pennies you have, however many nickels, and it's not the amount of nickels, it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Same with the dimes, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, up to $5, $6, whatever amount of dimes. Same with the quarters, it would be $5.75 of quarters. Then you go on to the ones, the 5s, the 10s, the 20s, the 50s, and hundreds. So you count everything up. This is a little bit different than the Ordex machine, so that's why you're actually counting the money, not the individual pieces. You get a total cash. Add it up, there's your total cash. Then you need to find out your credit card total. So if you have, depending on what kind of credit card machine you have, what device, you need to batch that out. And I'll show you in the future what machines, how to batch the different machines out. If you have a tablet, that number will be gotten on the internet, and a manager will give that to you. So you add all the money up. You got your number for your credit cards. If you have a check, you would put the check down, and then there's a paid out total. So that is if in the middle of the day we come around and take money out of the register because it's too full, we would always tell you, there would always be 2 people here taking money out. That's where you would write that down, paid out. So then you would add all of these things up, and then you would subtract your starting cash. That's the money that you started with at the beginning of the day. Typically, it's $100. And that will be your total income. So that would be how much money you made on this register. Now you have to see if it will reconcile with what the register told us. So, to read the memory in the register, you first turn this key to X1Z1. Okay, then you hit the cash total button, and the reading comes out. Now this shows you how much you made in each department. So it says we made $25 in wine, $24 in pumpkins, $30 in You Pick Apples. And it goes down for all of the different departments that we have. When you look at this, make sure the department has a name in it. If it doesn't, you need to look at the key and write the name in so we know what was sold. The most important number here is your net 3. That tells you how much money you need to have in the register. So this net 3 needs to equal the total income on the sheet. Well, what if it doesn't? Okay, so that means maybe you had a void. So remember, we said to save your voids. So under here, oh look, there's a void. So at that point, you need to call your manager, someone that has more experience, tell them that you had some voids. And then they will come over and void it off the memory of the machine. So that you can do it manually, they will do it on the memory, but you can do it manually as well by adding your voids up. Right here where it says voids, you have your net 3 amount is $81.06, but you had a $19 void. So you can write the void right here, $19, and then you'll get your new sales total, your corrected X, and you can see if that's correct with what the money that you have. So then you have your net 3, that number is the tape, your total income of money that you received, and then the difference, this is your over and under. Are you over by $2? Are you under by $2? A few cents, anything under $1 is not anything to worry about. If you're off more than $1, you need to call your manager and we'll see what mistake was made. Okay, so once that's done, you need to count your drawer back to 100, and then you take the rest of the money out of the drawer and make that your drop. Okay, so once you have your register tape reconciled with the money that you earned, you need to print out a report. So there again, you turn the key to the X1, Z1, but this time we're gonna do a Z1 reading. And to do that, you turn it here, hit the decimal point, and then the cash total, and the tape will come out. Now this will be, it's similar, it's the same as the X, except for it says the Z here. And the difference is, think of Z at the end of the day, that's the end of the day, and it has cleared the memory now. So the X is just a reading, and it doesn't erase anything. The Z erases all the memory, and this is what you have recorded for the day. So you want to make a copy of this. Then you need to count your drawer back. So the best way to count your drawer, which by doing it this way, you're counting it twice. You count your change first. So here I already have it written on my sheet. I have 15 pennies, 85. So you count your change and you make that into a whole number. So say it comes to $12.66. So you want to take the 6 cents out. See, it says we made 81.06, I'm sorry. Take the 6 cents out. Now you have $12 here. Then you want to count upwards to 100. So you have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So now we have $40 in the drawer. Keep counting up. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 90, 100. So then the rest of the money should be what you earned. So it says $80.06. Here's the 6 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have $80.06. Uh-oh, I'm short $1. Yikes. So theoretically, it should come out right when we do it correctly. It should be exactly. So the money in your hand needs to be the money on the register tape. 81.06, and then you know that you have $100 in your drawer. Now if it's short like this, oh, I'm short, maybe I counted this wrong. So then you need to go back and count your money again to make sure that it is $100 and not $101, okay? Now once you've got the money and your Z-tape, you wanna fold the Z-tape like this, okay? take the money along with your credit card slips that you have, and then you use a paper clip, it should be underneath your register, paper clip or a rubber band. Keep it folded in this way. Don't wrap it around and around. Okay, that's difficult for us to see. You want to have it like this, clipped really nice, and then this will be your drop. Ideally is to have all the bills facing in the same direction. At the end of the day, the cash registers and cash drawers need to be cashed out and reconciled, and then the drop, which would be the money that you earned, needs to be put in the mail slot in the office door.